Oh my god, hi. So, today we really need to go through things and kind of reset, recover. I just came back. Okay, well, that's actually a lie, but I'll explain. I just came back from a week-long trip to Cancun with my family, which was lovely, wonderful, amazing. On the way back from that trip, I started getting sick. Like on the flight back, I'm feeling like really congested, sniffly, and I felt so bad because I'm like on this plane full of people, but and I'm sick, and I don't want to make everyone else sick, but like I'm already on the way back home, so I didn't really know what to do. Anyway, it got worse and worse and worse. At first, it was just like congestion stuff. I went back to work the next Monday and everything, and I was just kind of sniffly. I wore a mask and whatever. But then, like by Wednesday, I was like feverish and could not go to work anymore. And it felt like a million years to recover, which is tricky because like I always say this, I get man colds. I get man colds, right? So like when you think of a man getting a cold and like he acts like a little baby, like he's helpless and can't do anything. When like the woman gets the cold, she's like up and taking care of the house and the children and everyone. Like I get the man colds where I act like the world is ending. So it's really hard to tell like how sick I actually do get versus like am I just being dramatic? And it's actually so funny since I live with migraine and I regularly, whoa, that was a jumbled word. I regularly experience like debilitating periods of pain like my whole life. And like, I'm so much more used to that. In fact, one of the days that I was sick, I woke up with a migraine attack and that was the easiest day because I was like, oh, I know how to handle this. But the rest of it, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So anyway, I saw a doctor, I was put on antibiotics, and it wasn't until like day 3 or 4 of the antibiotic treatment that I was like, oh, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better now. But yeah, now I'm basically back to myself. I still am a little bit sniffly congested and I'm coughing a little bit. I will edit those out because it's so annoying. But yeah, I am back to normal. I have my energy again. Thank goodness. It's been a million years. It's been 83 years. Or wait, does she say 83 or 84 in that like Titanic clip? You know what's funny? I don't think I've actually ever like sat down and watched Titanic. Is that funny or is that sad? I don't know. I remember watching it when I was like babysitting a kid that probably should not have been watching it herself, but I don't think I've ever actually watched it on my own. And I don't think we saw the whole thing. Anyway, wow, we're off topic already. That's my ADHD brain for you. But yeah, I just am really feeling driven to like reset because things have been out of hand. It's already about noon, like it's 11:20. I'm looking at the clock right now and I've already like gotten the ball rolling today. This is the first day that I've been able to be at home and like take care of things with energy. And I've already like done some of the things, like I've showered. I still need to do my hair and stuff. Well, I don't really need to, but I probably will just to like give myself that extra boost. Like you look good, you feel good. So we'll do that in a second, but it's really loud in the bathroom where I get ready because I'm also in the middle of doing laundry. I decided it would be a good idea to go ahead and clean all of the bedding because like it just felt gross since I've been sick and in bed a lot the last like 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm like hearing noises. It's obviously trash though because it's trash day. So I don't know why I'm confused. Okay, I just lost the plot. Yeah, I'm like doing laundry, so it'll be loud in that room where I need to get ready, but I think instead, we're gonna take a beat. I'm probably gonna make some lunch. Dang it. Okay, so the lunch I was thinking I was gonna do is I had some Greek yogurt prepped with fruit in it, and I've been doing Uncrustables, DIY Uncrustables. I'm gonna show you that again later. Okay, because we're almost in, actually by the time I post this, we're probably in National Nutrition Month, and I just want to do a bunch of foodie related content and like nutrition related content because I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, so like that's definitely up my alley, and I'm gonna like take you I'm gonna take you along with like meal prepping and stuff and like how I do it to make it super duper easy and like lazy girl friendly. So I like to make my own like DIY Uncrustables, PB&J sandwiches, but I left it in the freezer. I like to like let it thaw throughout the day, so that's gonna be a problem, but we'll figure something out. It'll be fine. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and eat some lunch, kind of get some ideas rolling, hopefully move the laundry here in a second, and once it's paused, we can go in and get ready. Also, let's address, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? I don't know if you can really see. I'll do B-roll later if you can't, but again, that ADHD brain. I was at a work thing yesterday, so That's weird. I was at work yesterday and like unexpectedly had to go join a meeting or like a training, which is funny because like I'm a contract dietitian, so I don't technically work for the hospitals that I go into and work at. I work for a nutrition business, and they like have the contracts with the hospitals. So I was in this hospital, so I don't have to like act as an employee of that building. So a lot of the training stuff that the staff does, I don't have to do. Sorry, my air just kicked on and it's so freaking loud in this apartment. Anyway, earlier that day, I had heard from some of the staff that there was a training that day, and I was like, okay, whatever, like I don't care. And it was literally 3 minutes before the meeting started that I confirmed with who's technically my supervisor there that I do in fact need to go. She was like, yeah, you should go. And then I went, and it was unexpected. It was like over an hour long, and I hadn't taken my ADHD pills because I've been so bad about, okay, now the air is really loud. I've been so bad about regularly taking the medication I'm supposed to while I've been sick. Like I feel like I've just been so much extra disorganized and stuff like that. So I was unmedicated. The training was really long and unexpected and unplanned on my calendar. And I was just like an ADHD ball of chaos sitting there trying to like pay attention. And it was about suicide prevention, and none of it was like new information. I work in behavioral health mostly, but like it was good information. None of it was new. I didn't learn anything, but we like watched this video that like my brain was just like, I want to put this on 2x speed so freaking bad. I was sitting there like shaking my legs and like tapping my hands and like being a nuisance. But this happened because I had to sit there and try to like not outwardly display how much I'm like fidgeting, and I just started picking out all of my nails, so they look horrible. They look horrible. I'm so bad about doing that. Like part of it is like a sensory thing. If maybe not, that's not sensory, but if the nails appear to start chipping, I have to chip them all. I have to get rid of all of them. We can't look at it anymore. Or if I like feel it starting to flake, I'm like peel it off. But also it's a nervous habit to just like pick my nails. So today I also need to refresh my nails because they look tragic. So that is at some point today on the agenda. Anyway, I'm feeling short of breath because I haven't talked to this long for a while. Oh my God, I'm dying. So we're gonna shut up and I will see you in a sec. It'll be a second for you. It'll probably be like 30 minutes for me. Okay, so I just finished eating and I'm drinking a Gatorade Zero. What flavor is this? Berry? I swear, for some reason, every time I've had a like Snapchat clip that I've sent to my family or friends, they're like, what is that you're drinking? It looks good. I'm like, girl, it's just Gatorade. I just picked a random variety pack at the store when I was like sick, obviously. I don't really need them anymore, but we still have a ton left. So just drinking that, enjoying that. So I think what I'm gonna do first is I really need to do some admin stuff. I really need to do some like computer work. So while my laundry's still going, I'm gonna set a timer on my phone so I don't get very distracted with this. But I'm gonna set a timer and like go through the admin stuff. I need to like go through my emails and like purge my email accounts because there's hundreds and hundreds of unread emails and I really need to go through it. And I need to do that same process with my photos, because I have a lot of work-related photos that are related to different like projects I'm doing. So I have a bunch of like nutrition label pictures of carbohydrate counts for different foods because I wanted to revamp the carb counts for like our diabetic patients and stuff like that, just to make sure everything's accurate because some of the things weren't quite lining up. So I have a bunch of pictures like that. I have a bunch of pictures of like signage in the kitchen that I wanted to like make sure was accurate or like current, and see what I needed to like get a log of to replace. Like I have a bunch of random work-related pictures and it's really bulking up my phone because I'm telling you, it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stupid pictures like this of just like walking around the kitchen and taking pictures. So I really want to go through those and either like offload them to my work laptop or something, or like ideally I'd like to actually use them because like I said with the pictures, the nutrition labels, I haven't finished that project because things have been crazy. So ideally I would go through and like make sure that's all accurate, but I know that I don't have time for that today, which is why we're going to utilize a timer. So I want to offload that. And I don't remember what else. I also do think I would like to check in and do some remote dietitian like charting today. I don't have to. It's not a day that I usually do that, but I do think it'll make me feel a little bit more secure for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be kind of a full day. I have 3 places I'm planning on going and then a 4th place to definitely cover. So if I can check in with at least 2 of those buildings today, that would really cut down the workload for tomorrow. You know what I mean? We'll see. I don't know. That's not as high priority. We're gonna see where the timer and like all this admin stuff gets me. If I'm totally wiped by the end of it, we might skip that because again, it's not necessary. But I did just take an ADHD pill with my lunch, as I'm supposed to. I just keep not doing that, but I did that today. So I should be really focused and like good to actually function. And so I will probably check in with you once I'm done with that and let you know how it went. Okay, you're gonna see some fun here. We're gonna have some fun. Kyla, you're looking pretty sleepy. Look, you can see little tufts of fur. It's shedding season. She doesn't want me to grab it. She doesn't want me to grab it. Okay, that I didn't really grab it. Okay, I wanna get it. Kyla, where was it? We're getting little cotton balls. Okay, you can really see my nails now. That's so tragic, my goodness. Yeah, it's apparently time for her to shed her winter coat and go to her summer coat, which is weird because it's literally February right now. Like, it's the end of February, to be fair. And apparently spring starts at the end of March. But like, she's getting rid of her winter coat already. It's starting small, like just little itsy bitsy clusters of fur, but it is starting, so it's gonna be misery to be in this house because it'll be swimming in fur. Okay, I told you we would have fun though. Kyla, do you wanna go on a walk? Sometimes she just acts like she doesn't comprehend it because she doesn't wanna get too excited if I'm not serious. You wanna go on a walk? We're gonna go. She might sing for us. Oh, first she needs to bow. Very good, good stretch. We gotta go get our coat on. Yeah. Yeah? You wanna go on a walk? Okay, I actually am not putting on shoes here, so I don't know why I sat down, so she's gonna get impatient. I'm so sorry. I'm grabbing my coat. You ready? You know, I gotta get dressed, but so do you. What? Okay, I'm gonna try to hold this still while I get my coat and stuff on. What? Yeah? Whoa, come here. You're too close to the camera. I'm trying to show them I'm putting your harness on. Yeah, we gotta snip snap it. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Okay, we're ready. We're ready. Okay, so I actually don't even know what to wear because it's 38 degrees. So like winter weather, but like, do I need to bundle? I don't know. So we're wearing the winter coat and I'm gonna wear my like wintry boots because the ground has been pretty wet, but I don't know if I'm over or underdressed. Also, I have been, due to the sickness, walking has been very hard. Okay, we'll continue forward. Walking has been really hard because I get so extra short of breath and I just start like insufferably coughing while we're walking. But my tolerance has been increasing. Like, it was hard to get through a 10-minute walk with her, which is way shorter than we usually do. For like the week I was really struggling, I could barely do the 10-minute walks and Dan had to do, my fiance, if you don't know. Hold on. We will talk again in a second. You ready? You ready? Okay. Got the door locked. Off we go. Oh, hey, it feels lovely out here, actually. Okay. So, you probably want to watch her, not me, right? Okay, so it has been really hard to do 10-minute walks because I just start insufferably coughing, but we have built up the tolerance. I've been doing 20-minute walks pretty regularly, and this morning we did a 30-minute walk, so hopefully today we'll do 20 to 30 minutes because that's her preference. And yeah, I just thought this would be a good little break because also I have the laundry like halfway going. We're doing bedding first and then the clothing. And the bedding was almost dry, but I just moved the clothing into the dryer with the bedding. So it's on like a 40-minute cycle right now. So I can pull out clothing that like I don't want to fully dry in the dryer once we're back from the walk. And then once that's paused, we'll probably go ahead and get ready because I'm still not ready. Okay, it's very windy. It's always windy here, so I don't know if you can even hear me. And I'm gonna go. So good thing that we just went on our walk. I don't know how much you're able to see on the camera, but it is certainly raining now. Actually, Kyla's the one that alerted me because she was like hearing it, hello, we are hopefully done with snow. She was hearing the rain hit the window in the front and she was kind of spooked for some reason. So I was like, oh, what's going on? And that's how I found out it is in fact raining. So good thing we're all done with that, right? Okay, you're a good girl. She's a good girl. Oh my gosh, I guess I could say hi. The laundry is taking freaking forever. Do not mind the hair, girl. Don't mind it. I've curled it and we're letting it cool off before I actually like let it settle so I'll look less insane. But yeah, the laundry's taking forever because the dryer, whenever it's not sensing that the clothes are dry enough, it restarts. So things have been in the dryer for a while. So I'm gonna actually have to check that in a minute, but I went ahead and did my hair. I'm probably not gonna do any makeup today. I was gonna do a little bit more filming and like do some fun videos actually for you that I'm really excited for. Like they're gonna be fun. I wanted to talk about what migraine looks like because many moons ago, I actually have them dated, so it's shocking to see how long ago this was. I drew what my attacks look like. So that was really fun, and I always get a hit looking back on that. And again, since March is Nutrition Month, I'm going to be talking about nutrition-related stuff too. So I wanted to kind of go over food triggers for migraine attacks again, because I thought that would be fun. So those were things that I had planned to chat about today, but I just don't think I have the energy. Because again, I've been sick for freaking forever and I have just not enough energy to do that yet. So we're gonna put that on hold for a little bit. So yeah, I think now is the time that I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and do some remote charting for dietitian stuff. And I'm actually snacking on, very dietitian of me, pork rinds right now. I actually got them from someone at work. She just like had a bag and she's like, I don't think I like this flavor. Do you want to try it? And I'm like, yeah. And so that's what I'm snacking on right now. And Kyla wanted to take a bite, but actually I see that she did not even eat it. It's on the floor still. So that's probably good because it's definitely not good for her. It's not good for me either, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead, sit down, try to knock out some work. I don't know if I updated you earlier when I was like getting ready to go on this walk earlier, but the like clearing out I should throw this away. Let's walk and talk, girl. The clearing out my email inbox and the photos stuff, it went so well. I actually did it in much faster of a time than I expected to. So that was really exciting. It gave me a little bit more leeway time-wise. I don't know, I'm bummed because I do genuinely want to film some of those videos I just mentioned, and it's not even 3 p.m. yet, but I just don't feel like I have it in me. So I should probably listen to my body's cues, what it's telling me. I want to do my nails now, but I know I always have this curse. Does anyone have this curse? So like whenever, oh my God, I want to put you on the tripod. Hold on. Is this angle okay? I don't know. I actually haven't checked. And I can't see. I don't have like a viewfinder, but brain just went blank. What was I literally just telling you? Oh, I think I'm going to sit down, knock out some remote work just because I don't have like energy. Oh, this isn't what I was talking about. Oh my God. Okay. So I have this curse. Every time I paint my nails, all of a sudden, like the second I'm done and I'm sitting down to like let them dry, I have the impulse to do something with my hands. It's like an inevitable thing. Like I've even tried to train myself, like take care of bodily needs, like go to the bathroom, like if I had to like wash my face or something, do that first. Like make sure Kyla's been outside and bring her back in and everything. Like do all the things that you need to do before the nails are painted. But it feels like no matter what, it still finds a way to happen, to like spite me. Every time I paint my nails, I want to use my hands. So I want to finish the laundry stuff first before I do the nails. That's what we're kind of waiting on for that. I also at some point want to start dinner. I'm gonna make pad thai tonight, I think, but the problem is the chicken that I bought for the pad thai is bone in. So like, I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, because the vision I'm having is to cook it and then like debone it, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be interesting. I don't really know how that's gonna go, but that's kind of something I need to start thinking. And especially since it's gonna be a little weird, I should probably start it a little bit earlier than usual. Like I usually start thinking about dinner stuff around 5, because we usually try to shoot for eating around 6. And Dan gets home somewhere between 5 and 6. But girl, I don't know. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Oh, here are my pork rinds. She said she didn't think she liked smoky flavor. And it's a hickory smoke flavor added. Like that's not even the flavor, it's barbecue flavor. It's fine, it's good. I like pork rinds, like I said, but I should probably put that to the side. And I don't know, I'm kind of ravenous right now, you guys. I think I might snack on something sweet. You know, I'm so interested to figure out. So I actually just started birth control pills this month. So here's my birth control like monthly cycle thing. It's the first time in freaking forever that I've had like a hormonal birth thing going on. And technically I'm a little under a week from my period starting, I guess. Is there any information about me on here? I should make sure before I show you. No, it's just med stuff. I haven't read anything on this. Yeah, so I think this is when my period's supposed to start, you guys, right? So technically this time of month, I would be feeling some type of way. Like, I don't know, I've talked about this in prior videos, but I've been really discovering that my menstrual cycle is super heavily impacting my health in terms of like, I've always known migraine attacks. Like I've always had menstrually related migraine as a diagnosis. I just randomly had the impulsive thought that it's so funny that I'm sitting here talking to you like normal, but like my hair looks crazy. So I just remembered that and had to address it again. Yeah, I always have attacks that cluster around my period and PMS stage, like the luteal phase, that are much harder to treat. But I'm also noticing with time that I also have really like more significant symptoms with my anxiety and ADHD for like half of the month, from the whole luteal phase to my menstrual cycle. So it's something that my psychiatrist has unofficially kind of used the term or diagnosis of PMDD. I don't know if it's officially in like my medical chart and everything, but it's something we're kind of trying to target. So I'm in my luteal phase right now, you guys. And this is such a weird month to be paying attention to that, because I was on vacation for a whole week, the week that I started these, and then I was sick for the whole second week that I was taking these, the birth control pills. So now I'm in the phase of my cycle where I usually start feeling terrible, but just like comparatively from like last week, I feel so much better than I did a week ago today. So it's like hard to make that comparison. And also I know that the hormones are altering the way my body, I don't know, am I too stupid to explain what I'm trying to say? Like I didn't ovulate, right? Like it's not having my body naturally go through the menstrual cycle with like the follicular did I say that right? I don't know. Phase and ovulation and luteal. So I don't know what to expect from my cycle these days, but I am not feeling horrible today. So that's something kind of fun and fresh. And I'm also extremely interested to see how like 4 days of like a period and then jumping right back into the next pack, how that's gonna go, because I'm so used to having very long periods. Like I'm talking bleeding 7 days straight and like sometimes spotting before and after too. So like 4 days sounds weird to me, but that's kind of the point of this. That was one of the things my doctor and I talked about, like trying to make them more like lighter and more manageable. So anyway, I am off topic. I have some chocolate that, again, from work. At this place I go to work, they be feeding me, okay? We love to see it. Funny enough, actually the CEO of that building, the kitchen, he was like visiting the kitchen department, and the girls in there, or just chatting with him, and he asked if they needed anything, and this sweet older lady that works in that department was like, well, we could use some chocolate. And the next day he brought in like these 2 giant packs of like chocolate assorted candies. So they love that. All the girls in the kitchen are it very much suits them, especially because most of it was Reese's, which is my favorite candy, absolutely 100%. But there's a bunch of other like peanut butter lovers in that department, so they're like, hey, you should have some. I'm like, yes, I should. And as I was leaving the building, this was just yesterday, I guess, I was leaving kind of later because I had a busy day, and I had grabbed a couple of them to go home, and the girl that I was saying bye to, she's like, you need to take some of these to go. And she's like grabbing handfuls and throwing them into my lunchbox. So I have a bunch of candy to snack on. So I'm gonna enjoy that, do some work probably. And I don't know, I think I just need to take it easy for the rest of the day and maybe just kind of stick to the more admin side of work today. Also, another side note, impulsive thoughts. I just need to share my impulsive thoughts 24/7. Very funny, I eat peanut butter every single day. Every single day. My fiance is deathly allergic to nuts, actually. Like, he would die if he were to accidentally have a Reese's cup. So that's fun. We've been together for, what year is it again? 2025. We've been together for 13 years. So me eating peanut butter every single day in the last 13 years, he hasn't died yet, so that's good. Oh my God, though, at Cancun, because I was just on a family trip to Cancun that he came with, because he's family, right? We don't often have situations where I don't even know why I'm telling this story, but we don't often have situations where like his allergies are an issue. Like, he does have a lot of food allergies. It's not just peanut, but there's not often situations where it becomes a problem. And he's pretty careful about what he chooses to eat. And it was so interesting because in Cancun, we were at this all-inclusive resort, and every single place that we went to eat, the people were asking like, are there any food allergies in this group? So like it became a whole thing where everyone in my family would just like turn to Dan, and like he'd have to be like, oh my God, like it's me, I have nuts or whatever. And so like it wasn't a problem at all. But then one of the last places we ate, they didn't ask. And even though Dan like meticulously went through the like menu to make sure what he ordered would be safe, it ended up having nuts in it, and like he ate a whole thing, and then he kind of just started sitting there panicking. It was very scary, but of course he's fine. We had medication and stuff with us, so we were prepared, but it was very scary. Yeah, good times. I'm gonna eat my peanut butter now. Okay, hello. Is this gonna work? Okay, I haven't set you up like that in a while, so I don't know how that's working, how that's looking, but hello. Okay, so all of the clips earlier in this video were from yesterday, which was Thursday. Today is Friday. It's a new day. It's Friday morning. I just got to work, my first place of work for the day. I'm hoping to hit 3 different buildings today. Anyway, yesterday, let's recap what got done, what didn't get done. First of all, these are still tragic. We haven't done anything with these. This is going to have to happen later tonight. I'm a little embarrassed to be seen in public with these like really chipped nails, but it is what it is. It's okay. So I was just Snapchatting my friend like when I parked, so I rambled for a while, and now I've like lost my voice a little bit. Okay, so what happened? I ended up sitting down and knocking out my remote work for one of my buildings, so I won't need to do that at all today. So I only have 3 things to do today instead of 4. I will still need to check in with them over the weekend because I have to cover them every 72 hours. Like if someone were to be referred for an assessment for me at some point last night, that would be due by Sunday night. So I can't wait until Monday to complete it. So I'll have to check in with them again, but hopefully it won't be needed to be done today or whatever. Like I can do that whenever I have some downtime over the weekend. So I did knock all that out. It did take a little while. I had a little bit more work than I expected for that building, but it's fine because I got it done. I did wrap up the laundry. For some reason that was such a feat yesterday. Like it's usually not a big deal, but I guess I don't always do the sheets and the clothing in the same day, and like the dryer was just taking a while, but we did figure that all out, and it was a big relief because our sheets have been getting really misaligned, and it's been like such a hassle to try to figure out how to make ourselves both comfortable at night. But I got to like reset the bed, so that was a lot better. I did not have energy to do the pad thai, so I still have some chicken in the fridge that I actually should probably look at because I don't know if it's still good. I'll check that out. We'll see. But I ended up just not having the energy to do that. So I did a much easier recipe, Korean beef. I should link these these recipes below because they're like go-to recipes for me, especially the Korean beef. I haven't found exactly what I want to do with my pad thai because it's really good, the recipe that we use, but it's not 100% for me. Like, I feel like there's something that could make it even better. But the Korean beef is a really easy weeknight recipe. It's very quick to throw together. And Dan and I just both really love Asian style dishes. So most of our go-to recipes are like Korean, Chinese, Thai, like stuff like that. So that was really tasty. Again, did not do the nails. I picked up a new book I started. I've been burning through my like physical books lately, which is feeling really good because I put myself on a book buying ban. Like, I paused buying books because I have so many books on my bookshelf that I haven't read. And actually that's what I was just rambling about to my friend on Snapchat. I was talking about all the books on my bookshelf because I was telling her about something that I'll tell you in a second, but like I was like, I've done so good, I've gotten through so many of my physical books, and then I was like going through my bookshelf and I realized I still have so many unread books. It's insane. But I just started a new book last night, and I recently finished this book from a subscription that I use, Book of the Month, where you like pick like an early release, a special, so some sort of like fun selection of books. You get to pick something each month to be delivered to you. I recently finished a book that was a romantasy from Book of the Month. I forget what it's called. I do forget what it's called, but it was like about a witch that's kind of like undercover. Like, people don't know she's a witch because like there was some big uprising and they purged all the witches, like murdered them. So she's in hiding, and she's kind of created this reputation that she's very loyal to the government that was purging the witches and everything. And she's like, just like this ditzy socialite that's just like loyal, but like here with all of the elite people, like trying to just like get closer to them and whatever. But she's actually this underground like witch, and she's going around trying to save all of these witches that they're hunting down. So it was an interesting book, but also, of course, it's a romantasy. So we get introduced to this plot where she's looking to find a suitor, right? That hopefully works closely within this witch hunting like regime so that she can sneakily get information from him. And she's hoping to find somebody that like can give her good information and not really realize that she's fishing for information. But she ends up getting close to like the main guy, like the captain of the witch hunting thing. It's actually her best friend's brother. So like a bunch of like fun tropes, and he actually suspecting of her, like he thinks that she's connected to this underground like saving the witches kind of thing, and he hates witches. So he is like suspicious of her and he's trying to get closer to her, and they end up like with this false like suitor relationship where they're like kind of dating and getting close to each other, but neither of them trust each other. And it was actually such a fun read. And anyway, I looked into it and I saw that the second book in this series, or maybe it's a duology. I think I saw a review that said it's a duology. I saw that the second one was just released this month. As I'm filming it, it's the last day of February. So it was just released in February. And I saw that it was available on Book of the Month. So I was like, ooh, and I made that an add-on to my box. So not only that, I had to pick a book for the month. So I have the Book of the Month and I have my add-on of the second book for that. And then I also got this offer because I'm at a status, because I've bought enough from them, that I got a free add-on that was like one of the books in the running for Book of the Year in 2024. So I added that. So I actually have 3 books coming my way and I'm very excited for all of them. Like, they're going to be very fun. I'm sure I will unbox that with you in a later video once it arrives. But yeah. What am I even talking about? I just realized I don't know how we got to that. Anyway, I need to head inside. So things that are on the agenda work-wise today, I need to, of course, at all 3 buildings, kind of do my normal dietitian stuff where I see who's been admitted since I was here last, check into the nutrition screen, see if there's any risk factors, see who I need to go interview, educate, that kind of stuff, talk to some staff. But also for 2 of my buildings, I'm supposed to do these monthly kitchen inspections for like sanitation reviews. That's just like an aspect of my job. And since I was on vacation for a week and then I was sick for a week, I did not get those done earlier in the month. And again, today's the last day of the month, so I have to do kitchen inspections for 2 of my buildings. So I actually have to do one here where I am right now. And another dietitian is here with me today because we're kind of splitting this building, but she's still somewhat in training, like she's basically done. But we're gonna do that together and kind of go over a few things, and hopefully it'll be a short day for me here because hopefully most of the actual like dietitian like consult assessment work can be more led by her today. And then I have to run over to a community hospital and cover that as well. And there's nothing like special about that specifically today, just doing my normal dietitian stuff. And then driving back down near-ish where I live to another site. Where I am right now is a behavioral hospital, a psychiatric inpatient. I'm going to go to another psychiatric inpatient. And again, I have to do this kitchen inspection and normal check-in with patients and staff and stuff there too. But hopefully, again, all these things go by pretty quickly. Girl, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm at this point a little bit procrastinating going inside, so I think I'm going to shut up. So hopefully I can get some of my voice back. And then I'll go. So, toodles, see you later. Hi, what the heckin' dog? So anyway, last time I updated you was Friday morning, right before I started my work day, which by the way was not a short day as I had hoped and dreamed and envisioned. Although I will say every day I ride to work, I say, I hope it's gonna be a short day today. And then it very seldomly is. So like, I don't know what to make of that. Anyway, today is actually Sunday morning, so I don't know what the heck happened. I was feeling so much better the last like couple of days that, well, I guess I've only filmed 2 other days for you, but like the later half of last week, I was feeling so much better. I did still sound congested, but I felt great. Saturday morning, even Friday night, I was like, why do I feel sick again? Like I felt freshly, newly sick. Mostly sinus stuff, but like really fatigued and stuff again too. And I'm just like, what's happening? What's happening? So I'm back on cold meds every day again. So I don't know what the heck that's about. We were gonna go out and about. I keep saying, I need to shut up. We were gonna go out and about on Saturday. We usually make that kind of like a fun day for the 2 of us and to go to like shop at Costco and go out to dinner and all that stuff, but I just like did not feel good and we could not do that. And now it is Sunday, which is chore day, so it's not gonna be a fun day, but it's fine. So I don't think I'm gonna take you with me much longer today, but I did want to kind of give you a little update. Somehow the nails are still not done, so actually we're gonna go ahead and get the ball rolling on that now. So what I'm doing right now, I'm brushing my hair because I'm gonna do a hair mask before I wash it. So I'm showering in a little bit, so I'm going to start my hair mask. I'm going to take off the nail polish off of my fingies and my toenails. I'm going to take that nail polish off, and then after I'm showered and getting ready and stuff, that's when I think I will go ahead and paint them again. Also need to like do some meal prep, do some grocery shopping. I'm right now in the midst of like picking my meals for the week. I might take you along with me in like the next video with that kind of stuff. Just, I feel like this video has gone on forever, so we're gonna cut it off now and maybe I'll take you along with other things later on. But yeah, I wanted to give you that update. Oh my gosh, yesterday, let me grab it actually. Okay, this is gonna seem crazy. Yesterday, I sat down and read this entire book in one sitting, the entire thing. Instead of like going to Costco and doing fun stuff, I just read this entire book. I was really intrigued to start this because it's a sci-fi, so I did enjoy it. I do feel like it's kind of stuff that's not like fun and fresh to me anymore because it's kind of an older book, and I feel like I've seen this concept already. But I'm sure if I read it much earlier, like closer to when it was released, I would have been obsessed. It was very fun. And I just brought a bunch of other books with me because, girl, I've been going crazy. I told you earlier how I've been burning through my physical TBR. Okay, so after I finished that book, I started this one, which I don't remember knowing anything about this as I like got into it. I know it's something I picked from Book of the Month. Everything I'm about to show you is Book of the Month because I'm trying to burn through those like books first on my physical TBR. I picked this, I think one of the more recent months that I've picked up something. And it feels like it's some sort of like, not thriller necessarily. how would I describe this? I don't know. I'm about a third of the way through it already. And the first little thing on the blurb here is it's a gripping story of motherhood, mother loss, and the brutal, mighty things women do to keep themselves and each other alive. It's a lot more about like domestic violence than I think I knew going into it. But again, I didn't really know anything about this book. I am enjoying it, but it's like a little bit depressing as well. But I think I will finish that in the next like 1 or 2 sittings. Again, I got a third of the way through it and I was like pretty worn out last night after burning through a whole book and just like having low energy because for some reason I'm sick again, like what the heck. So I will probably get through the rest of this relatively quickly, like in the next couple days. But like I told you, I've been burning through this stuff. So before those 2 books, I read this entire thing, When I'm Dead, which I didn't realize. Okay, also, I don't know what happened. Like there's a giant like bend scuff in the top corner and I don't know when I did that or if I did that or if it came that way. I don't know. I didn't know when I picked this up that it was the 3rd in a series. It doesn't say that anywhere on here or even like in the book, but whenever I went to Goodreads, which I will link my Goodreads below, but like I didn't know until I tried to start it on Goodreads and track it on Goodreads that it's the 3rd in a series. So, and it very much feels like it is supposed to be, like the way they talk about the town and everything that they're living in, like it just has this weird energy that I'm like, maybe I would have enjoyed this more if I started from book 1, but it's book 3. But anyway, I didn't love this. It was like a murder mystery type of thing where like it's a couple that both kind of work in law enforcement or crime response type of stuff. Like one of them's a medical examiner and one of them is like a detective, I think. And they were like watching their teenage daughters play at school and they both get called away for like a crime scene investigation and it ends up being their daughter's best friend. And then their daughter goes missing and like then it's like a whole thing of like what's going on in this town. So it was like interesting, but I don't think this is my genre. Like I think I'm much more into like the sci-fi, the romance, the fantasy, like that kind of stuff. But anyway, it was interesting. But this is the one I was talking about earlier. This is the one, Heartless Hunter. I couldn't remember the name of it. This is like the witch and the witch hunter thing. I freaking loved this so much. It was so fun and I cannot wait to start the 2nd book once it arrives. Anyway, I'm like, I feel like I'm really back into books. Like we are so back right now. But anyway, once I finish this, I have one more book of the month physical book that I own. Hold on. Come here. Yes, my little girl. She wanted to come say hi. She heard me talking and she's like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? She's really leaning this way. Okay, I'm gonna put her down. I guess she doesn't really like being picked up. Anyway, this is my last physically owned book of the month book that I haven't read yet. And I think it's also a sci-fi. I think there's a romance thing going on with this one. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm intimidated by it because I've really hyped it up in my mind. I haven't heard that many people talk about it, but like, I'm just expecting to be obsessed with this. And for some reason, it's making me scared to read it. So it is the last one of like the book of the month physical books that I own that I'm going to pick up. But I will hopefully start this really soon because I will start it once I finish this one, which again will hopefully be in the next 1 or 2 days. Oh my goodness, I love talking about books. I think I've ran out of things to talk about. I am going to get the ball rolling on some of these other things. I'm going to finish up picking meals of the week. I may not be able to finish that. For some reason, that's been a very like daunting task for me the last like several months. I do know since we didn't do pad thai this past week, I do want to get pad thai on the menu this week. We'll probably have a burger night because we got a coupon for, we got a lot of coupons. Kroger apparently like tailors their coupons for their customers. So like we got a set that is expired in like a week from now. So we're like, oh my gosh, we have to use them. And they're like things that we buy all the time. So it's like, oh, I see you. I see what you're doing. It was very smart of them, honestly. So we might be buying more buns for like burger night. So that's kind of 2, and we usually plan about 3 meals a week together. So honestly, that's not that hard. I really need to get a rice-based meal back on the menu because pad thai we do with rice noodles. But Dan really likes rice. For some reason, I don't know what it is about me these days, but like I like all food, honestly. I really like all food, but I have so many little things that are like goofy these days where like I have a lot of foods that I think that I don't like that I actually like. And then I have a lot of starches specifically that I think that I like, but then I don't eat very much. Like I don't seem to enjoy eating them even though I think that I like them. I don't know if that makes sense, but like French fries. I love French fries, right? But like then I don't eat any when I order them and I end up basically giving them all to Dan. I don't know what that's about. And like it's kind of turned into that with all starches. So I don't really eat rice and I'm not really that interested in rice, in pasta and stuff too, but like I don't know, rice really sticks out because Dan's really into rice. So I need to get a rice thing on the menu, but I don't know which thing that'll be. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not as hard as I'm making it out to be. I just feel like I want to avoid having very similar meals all week, so like I don't want the same protein to be featured each time, and also I don't want like the same starches to be featured over and over, but then also I don't want it to be the same like genre. Like I mentioned, we both like Asian style food, so we already have pad thai, and a lot of the things that I would naturally turn to for the other meal, that especially with rice, would also be Asian. So like I don't know. We do have a really fun hot honey recipe that maybe I could make work, and it's not something we usually would have with rice, but like I don't see why not. So I don't know, just things to think about. I'm gonna leave you there. I hope that you had a great week and or weekend, and I hope that I start feeling better again soon, because like what the freaking heck. I'm so sick of being sick. I do feel a little bit better today. Like I don't know what came over me yesterday, but like I do still feel like very sinusy, and I've gone through a bunch of like tissues again out of nowhere. Like I didn't have to use them for days, and then it's like I'm carrying them around with me 24/7 again. It's so weird. Yeah, anywho, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.